Good morning, students. So today I will be discussing about the different components of a class. In the last presentation, I have discussed about the classes and objects. You have come to know that a class acts as a blueprint for the objects. Or we can also say that a class acts as a conceptual representation of the objects. For example, if the word animal represents a class, then dogs, cats, and elephants form its objects. That means we can say that the class animal serves as a template for the objects. And all these objects are an instances of a class. In the class called animal, the objects dogs, cats, and elephants are the instances of the class animal. A class has the following components. The first one is variables, also known by the names fields or properties, or data members. Secondly, the methods, also known by the name behaviors. Thirdly, the access specifiers. Fourthly, the access modifiers, and then the constructors. So all these are the components of a class. In today's presentation, I will be discussing mainly about the first two components, which are the variables, also known by the name fields or properties, or data members, and then the methods, also known by the name behaviors. So these are the two components that I will be discussing in today's presentation. The first in the list is variables, also known by the name fields or properties, or data members. These variables are also called as the data members of a class, and they are used to store information related to the object. The data members are the normal variables declared inside a class. A variable or a data member is declared by associating a data type. Now consider the figure in this slide. This rectangular box that I am pointing to shows a diagrammatic representation of a class. And this class consists of three compartments. The first compartment holds the name of the class, which in this case is computer. The second compartment holds the list of variables or the data members. Now just come below the hierarchy. The round cornered rectangular boxes, these round cornered rectangular boxes, they represent the objects of the class, which consist of two compartments. The first compartment holds the name of the object, which in this case is PC1 for the first object, PC2 for the second object, and PC3 for the third object. Remember that name of an object serves as an identity for the object. The second compartment holds the data members with their values. And these are those data members which I was talking about, as they are used to store the information related to the objects. The information is in the form of three parts, that is serial number, speed, and RAM size. For the object with identity as PC1, the given information is serial number as 100, speed as 2.0, and RAM size as 4000. For the object with identity as PC2, the given information is serial number as 101, speed as 2.0, and RAM size as 4000. Whereas for the object with identity as PC3, the given information is serial number as 102, speed as 2.0, and RAM size as 4000. Now from here, just go above the hierarchy and see the class. The class called computer. The data members serial number, speed, and RAM size were first declared inside the class called computer, along with their data types. The data type is int for assigning integer values to serial number. The data type float is for assigning decimal values to speed, and the data type long is used for assigning larger integer values to RAM size. Now the question is, why do you think they have first declared these data members inside the class? This is because if these data members are not declared inside the class, they cannot be used to store information related to the objects, such as 100 for serial number, 2.0 for speed, and 4000 for RAM size of the object PC1. The next component of a class in the list is the methods or the behaviors. The operation performed by an object is called methods or behaviors of a class. A class may have one or more member methods, and every method must have a name. Now look at the figure in this slide. See the third compartment of the class called computer. This compartment contains the list of methods. The first method in this class is start. The second method is shutdown, and the third method is show properties. And just as I have discussed, these methods are the operations performed by the objects of a class. Objects may not stay idle all the time. If the objects show properties such as serial number, speed, and RAM size, they does seem to show some behaviors as well. These behaviors are known as the methods, and the objects, they interact with the class. These objects, they interact with the class to show their behaviors. In the given figure, if the first computer, which is also the first object with the identity PC1, has to shut down, then it should interact with the class and call the method shutdown. In the same way, if the second computer with the identity PC2 has to start its operations, then it should interact with the class and it should call the method start. In this way, the computers can shut down or start up whenever required by interacting with the class, and this clearly shows the example of a real-world problem that uses the object-oriented approach.